Guinea, good to see you. How happy were you with the result and performance against Fulham on the weekend?
Delighted. We obviously had to show a reaction after 2 poor kind of weeks from us, 2 really bad results. Even though the Manchester United performance was a sign that we'd turned a little corner. So for us, we had a point to prove. We wanted to bounce back, and obviously with the injuries to Diego and Buba at the start of the week, it made the game even more difficult. It's a place where we've not really been that successful in the past, so we knew how tough it was going to be, and I think the boys put in a great performance and controlled most of the game. We dealt with the storm in the end of the second half. We puffed our chest out, stood and be counted, and to be fair, everyone contributed well, and it was a really battling win in the end and a really important one.
And the squad showed their support for Buba with the T-shirts before the game, and there seems to be a really close bond between this group.
Obviously we did it with Tyrone and Emmy. Can't take any credit, it wasn't my idea. So, but if we can show support in any way, obviously my job to try and keep everyone's spirits up in here, act the class clown, try and make the rehab a little bit easier. I watched my brother go through the same thing. As much as I've been lucky enough to avoid that injury for the time being, it's very prominent in football, and I know how difficult the recovery is. So it's about us being teammates, sticking together, and just try to really get the boys through what is a real difficult period.
And with Buba now out injured, how does that change things for you in the rest of the midfield?
I've always obviously got a few options to who to play in there. I've played hundreds and hundreds of games in my career in there, so he's got the option of me. Big Tim's knocking at the door. He's pushing. He's very close to being in there. Yuri can play there. Then we've got to adjust at the back as well. So things have moved around a little bit, but the manager's style and shape stays the same. So as long as you're switched on, you know the role. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. I'll be a little bit deeper, might not score as many goals, but happy to do a different job for the team, and as long as I'm not on the bench, I'm happy.
And Powell came back into the team at Fulham. How impressed have you been with him in his first season at the club?
When he was injured, he was growing a wee bit of a mullet, so he got that trimmed, came back, and he was like a new signing. He was different class. It's not until you watch the game back that you realise the impact it has on the other players in the team. He draws so many players in, gives us more space, and just really good on the ball, and he's a top defender. And I think a lot of people questioned him at the start of the year. Can he deal with the physicality and the pace of the Premier League? But he is one step ahead in the brain, and he's just adapting so well to the league, and hopefully we can keep Powell fit, and he is a top player and we're lucky to have him.
And on a personal note, this is your best scoring season at Villa. How happy are you with the improvements you've made in that area?
Delighted. The manager kind of put it on my toes at the start of the season. You need to score more goals. I promised him 10. He had a wee laugh at me. But I was determined to get 10. I've got 8 now in all competitions, and hopefully get there and build on that and make it a season where I hope I can't catch it ever again. But getting in the right areas, I've done a lot of work on arriving in the box at the right times, and thankfully it's paid off this season.
Yeah, and do you think you've shown kind of different sides to your games in the different positions and roles you've been asked to play?
Well, there's several of us in the team who are quite versatile. There's some players whose position is set, but I like that the manager can trust me in certain positions, and I'm not really bothered. I think people have their preference. I really don't care what position I play. Just like to try and help the team, and thankfully in each position there might be a position where people feel I'm better in, but I just try and focus on the job in hand and do it to the best of my ability. So hopefully I can carry that on. If he wants to play me at centre back and right back, it's the only 2 positions I've missed this season.
And we play Nottingham Forest on Saturday. What are you expecting from them?
Obviously a very good team full of talented players, with a coach who's well respected in the league, so they've got a battle of their own going on. They'll be coming to make it difficult for us to get the 3 points that they badly need, but we need to get back on the horse at home, get that run going again, and make Villa Park a fortress again. So 2 defeats at home for us is strange, and something we need to eradicate quickly.
Yeah, and how important is it just to get back to winning ways at home and get that confidence flowing again?
Well, I think there's been a lot of questions on our away form this season. We've now managed to find a solution to that. So the run we went on at Villa Park was tremendous. It was a great place to be for everyone involved, and if we can perform on the pitch, there's no reason why we can't go on a run like before and win 15 and 16 in a row.